everybody. It's nice to see you again. We've come outside in our garden today. It's a bit noisy. We've got lots of birds and workmen and people making noise, but we thought we'd go for it anyway. So we're going to do another class. It's a bit special today. We've got something a little bit different for you. We've also got a hat song. I've borrowed Tilda's hat, which is quite handy. It's keeping the sun out of my eyes. So yes, so shall we get started? I thought we could start with our hello song first, and I thought we'll think of some silly verses to do. Okay, so you ready to sing hello? It's nice to see you again. Here we go. Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. Are you okay? Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. Now, what can we do? Should we nod our heads? Are you ready to nod your head? Here we go. So everybody nod your head, nod your head, nod your head. Oh, everybody nod your head. Come on and nod your head. Now, what else can we do? I know what we could do. We could give our bottoms a wiggle. Are you ready to wiggle your bottoms? Here we go. Ready? So everybody wiggle your bottom, wiggle your bottom, wiggle your bottom. So everybody wiggle your bottom. Come on and wiggle your bottoms. Oh, I hope you had a good wiggle there. Well done. Excellent. Now, the next song we're going to sing is If You're Happy and You Know It. So we're going to do lots of actions today. Are you feeling happy today? I hope you are all happy today. So are you ready? We're going to start with clapping. So get your hands ready, ready? If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy, thank you, Tilda, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Now we're going to wave hello to each other. So you ready to wave? If you're happy and you know it, wave hello. If you're happy and you know it, wave hello. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show, if you're happy and you know it, wave hello. What can we do now? Should we stomp our feet? You ready? I want you to stand up. We're going to stomp our feet all around our lounges or gardens. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. Now shall we whisper? Are you ready? If you're happy and you know, whisper we are. If you're happy and you know it, whisper we are. If you're happy and you know it, do you really want to show it? Uh-oh. If you're happy and you know it, shout we are. We are. Oh, brilliant. Well done. Excellent. Now, I'm going to put my guitar down. Tilda, you can... Oh, sorry. I'm going to cover it up because what happens in the sun, it gets very hot and it goes out of tune. So there we are. Let's cover it up. Well done. Okay. Now we're going to do a little rhyme. We're going to do some counting. So are you ready? We're going to count our fingers. Now the children who come to my classes, you'll know this one. So we're going to start with our thumb. We're going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One hand. Give me a wave. Next hand up. Ready? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 hands. Can you wave with 2 hands? These are my hands. Now, let's think of some things that we can do with our hands. What can we do? We've already done some clapping. Let's do some more clapping. It's a good thing to do with our hands, isn't it? And waving. Ah, What about high fives? Oh, let's give ourselves a high five. Can you give, if you're with someone, can you give them a big high five, or just pretend to give one to me? High five. Now, a really good thing to do with our hands is tickling. So find someone and give them a tickle. Tickle their feet, tickle their arms. Ah, that's a good one, isn't it? So these are my hands. Isn't it good to have our hands? Brilliant, well done. Now, I've got my hat on today, and I've got Mr. Scarecrow. Who remembers Mr. Scarecrow? He's a lovely, lovely scarecrow. He's got a robin. Oh, we've got some robins in our garden actually, on his shoulder. Now, he did have a little mouse. Oh yes, look. He's got a little mouse on his head as well, on his hat. So he's our Dingle Dangle Scarecrow. Now this is one of our favourite songs, isn't it? So we're going to start by lying on the floor. So can you lie on the floor? We're going to be cows. Now, what noise do cows make when they're asleep? Not sure. Do you think they moo in their sleep? We'll think about that. Right. Okay, are you ready? When all the cows were sleeping and the sun has gone to bed, up jumped the Scarecrow, and this is what he said. I'm a Dingle Dangle Scarecrow with a flippy floppy hat. I can shake my hands like this, I can shake my feet like that. Excellent. Now I meant to say, if you've got a hat you could put it on. It's a bit late, but anyway, if you have got a hat, quickly grab it and put it on. Now, we're going to be hens roosting now. Now what noise do hens make? Or chickens? They go bop, bop, bark, don't they? So we're going to be chickens now, on the floor, fast asleep. When all the hens were roosting and the moon behind the cloud, up jumped the Scarecrow and shouted very loud. What did he shout? I'm a Dingle Dangle Scarecrow with a flippy floppy hat. I can shake my hands like this, I can shake my feet like that. Now, one more verse. We're going to be dogs. What noise do dogs make? Woof woof. So we're going to be dogs on the floor, fast asleep now. Shh. When the dogs were in their kennels and the doves were in the loft, shh, up jumped the Scarecrow and whispered very soft, shh, I'm a Dingle Dangle Scarecrow with the flippy floppy hat. I can shake my hands like this, I can shake my feet like that. Oh, are you shaking your feet? Oh, well done. That's such a good song, isn't it? Well done. Now, I thought one more song before we do something a bit different. I thought we would sing our thank you song again. I haven't sung this one for a while. So, it's a very good song to remind us to say our thank yous. It's very important to be polite, isn't it? Polite and kind to each other, especially at the moment when we're all together, spending a lot of time together. So we're going to sing our thank you song. Follow me with the actions. This is how we say thank you, and then we're going to do some other actions as well. So are we ready? Ready? Take my hat off now. You gotta say thank you when something is handed you, if something is done for you. Here we go. Remember a thank you. Thumbs up now. Give credit where credit's due, and all will go well with you. Thank you. Are you ready to shout out? Ready? Thanks. One more time. We gotta say thank you when something is handed you, if something is done for you. Remember a thank you. Thumbs. Give credit where credit's due, and all will go well with you. gotta say thank you when something is handed you, if something is done for you. Here we go. Remember a thank you. Thumbs up. Give credit where credit's due, and all will go well with you. Thank you. Now, how else can we say thank you? What about in Spanish? Gracias. Or about something funny. Cheers. Or ta. Cheers, mate. Ah, that's good, isn't it? Or what about in Japanese? Domo arigato. Well done. Excellent. Good. So, now we've got something different for you today. Now, sometimes in my classes at Edith Borthwick, for the older classes, well, in fact, all of them use sometimes now, we look at different instruments. Now, at Edith Borthwick School, they've got a music room full of amazing instruments. So we've looked at saxophones, euphoniums, trumpets, clarinets, what else? Violins. And another instrument that we've looked at that's really fantastic actually is a cello. The cello is fantastic for all the children, including the sensory children, and I'll explain why in a minute. Now, what I always say when I play the instruments, apart from the oboe, which I can play, and the guitar a little bit, is it's really rubbish because I can't play them properly. But the beauty of doing this at home is we've got Tilda. Now, Tilda's instrument is a cello. Tilda, would you like to bring your cello over? So I'm going to explain the instrument and show it to you. And oh, we're so lucky Tilda's going to play it for us, which is so good. And I'm often saying, oh, I wish Tilda was here because she could play the cello for us. So yes, so anyway, let's talk about the cello first. So this is the cello. This is a quarter size cello. So it's a small one, and they go quarter size, half size, so when you get a bit bigger, 3/4 size, and then a full size cello for when you're a big grown up. So it's much, much bigger. So this size is perfect for Tilda, who's 10. In fact, she's 11 on Sunday, it's her birthday, so that's exciting. So it's perfect for sort of, she's had it, I think, since she's been about 8. Yeah, 8 till about 11, 7 or 8. So here's our cello. It's a beautiful instrument. So we'll start at the bottom. So at the bottom here, we've got a spike. Can you, I don't know, Miles, can we see this? I don't know, hopefully. So this spike goes in and out, okay? And what we do is we adjust it until it's exactly at the right point. Okay, cool. There we are. So, and then you tighten it up, and that's in the best place. So we've got these little things here. They help to tune the strings, and I'll explain that a little bit more. So we've got 4 strings. Now my guitar, which you've seen me playing, has got 6 strings. So shall we count the strings together on the cello? Hopefully you can see. So we've got a tiny string there. 1, 2, 3, 4 strings. 4 strings. I won't play it yet. And then this piece here. Now, what do you think this little piece here could be? It's made out of wood, and the strings go whoop over the top of it. You walk along. So this, I wonder if you could guess what it's called. Can anyone guess? It's called a bridge. Ah, the bridge, and the strings go all the way over the top of it. And this long black bit here is called the fingerboard, because the fingers go up and down when you're playing the cello. And at the top we've got the tuning pegs. So you can tune the cello from these tuning pegs, which are quite nice. They're made out of wood, and you twist them around and you get the strings to play exactly the right note. And you can use these little golden tuning ones as well. That's finely tuning. So the cello's made out of wood. Can you see how beautiful and shiny it is? And in the middle we've got 2 holes. Aren't they beautiful? Beautiful shapes. And they look a little bit like an F. Now this is quite interesting. An F in musical language means forte, which means loud. And that's quite interesting, because what happens is the sound goes from the strings all the way through the holes, and it vibrates and goes all the way around the cello inside. The inside of the cello is hollow, and the sound comes out really loud. So those are really beautiful holes, and they look like Fs. So the other thing that we use for the cello is called, I wonder if any of the children from Edith Borthwick can remember what it's called. Can you remember? It's called a bow, because Tilda's going to show you bow across the strings. Now the bow, this is another question. Can anybody who's done a cello class with me before tell me what this part of the bow is made out of? It's long, 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 kind of stringy things. Can you remember? Let me tell you. These parts are made out of horsehair from the tail of the horse. Oh, it's really amazing. And that's what goes across the strings and makes the sound. Now this little bit here tightens up and loosens. So when you play the cello, you have to have it quite tight. And the other part of the cello, the bow, is made out of wood. So, shall I pass over to Tilda now? And she can explain a little bit about the high notes and the low notes, and then she might even play us a tune. What do you think? Let's see. So, Tilda, would you like to come and sit down?
Hello. So I'm going to explain the low note and the high note.
Nice and loud.
So we've got the lowest note on the cello here, which is called a C string. It's very low.
Now, what I love about this, sorry, I'm going to interrupt. In our sensory classes at Edith Borthwick, we put our hands on the cello here. So if you do it again, Tilda, I wish you could do this yourself. And it vibrates. You can feel the sound through your hands, sort of going up your arm a bit. Do it again, it's lovely. So that's really amazing. Anyway, sorry Tilda, carry on.
Alright, so that's the low note. So that's the lowest note on the cello. And this is a high note. So you can tell the difference between the low note and the high note. Or you can go even higher, and that's very high. Alright, so I'm going to play something that's called a scale, which goes from a low note to a high note and back down again. It's called a C major scale because it starts on this string, and that string is called a C. Right, now I'm going to play a piece.
Okay.
And this piece is called Cat's Eyes. Now it's quite an easy piece for me because it's a few grades lower and I'm grade 4. So I'm less likely to make any mistakes. Now the reason I chose this piece was because it's a little bit of a mix. I didn't just choose it because it's a good piece. I do think it's a good piece, but it has something called pizzicato, where you play the string with your fingers. It also has arco, which is playing with the bow, as well, which is what you normally use. Alright, so I'm going to play this piece. It's a very swingy piece. Was that a very low note again?
Well done, Tilda. That was amazing. Oh, well done. So if you take your cello now. There you go. Oh, I wish that Tilda could come with me to the school and play it for you. But anyway, good. Well done. Well, I think we've nearly come to the end now. But what I thought we'd quickly do first is do our Grand Old Duke of York. We haven't done any marching for a while, have we? I did put some our marching music on Facebook this week, so if you haven't looked there, do have a look, because all the children in my classes love marching around to that music. But we're going to sing Grand Old Duke of York. Now, don't forget, when I blow my whistle, we're going to fall on the floor, okay? So are we ready? So we're standing up, we're going to march. Here we go. Oh, the Grand Old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men on the floor. He marched them up to the top of the hill, and he marched them down again. And when they're up, they're up. And when they were down, they were down. And when they were only halfway up, they were neither up nor down. Oh, well done. Now, if you like, you could stay on the floor now and have a little rest. What we're going to do is just finish. I'm going to put some bubbles on to go into the camera. If you've got some bubbles at home, you can put them on. And we're just going to play Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star as a nice, quiet song to finish. I do hope that you enjoyed that class today and learnt a little bit about the cello. Now, Tilda did want to do a little shout out, didn't you, Tilda? Before we finish, do you just want to quickly come in and say a little shout out to somebody or a few people?
Hello to my cousins.
Come a bit closer.
Liam, Jude, Anthea and Abel. And I've heard Abel is really enjoying these videos.
Okay, brilliant. Oh, we're really missing you. They're Tilda's cousins. Okay, so let's find Twinkle Twinkle. Here we go, and we're going to finish now, so I'm going to say goodbye. I hope you enjoyed that class, and I'll see you again soon.